And if you don't want to be on camera, you don't have to be. If you have questions, just unmute and ask. We're not formal or fancy here. All right. So my name is Avi, also known as Chicago Yivo. I'm a member of Chicago Yivo, and at the age of 44, Baruch Hashem, I am one of the younger types of the generation. So I'm old to the young people and young to the old people, which I think is a perfect place to be. As Yiddish is just so beautifully intergenerational and beautifully adaptable language. As the Yiddish I'm speaking today is not my grandparents' Yiddish. That was their world, and this is our world. But Yiddish is not going anywhere. So, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. Let's share. So my first question is, can everyone see the screen?
Just fine, thank you.
Name?
Not yet.
Oh,
now
yeah.
it comes.
Now, yeah, now it's on.
I think it takes a minute to come back from space. All right. So welcome, submitting some extra people here. So while this is, Evo is largely a secular organization, they do allow me to start our class with the traditional blessing for learning as a way to separate our evening from the rest of the day. You can answer however you like to when you hear a blessing, or nothing at all. But as we like to say in Yiddish, Gläubt bist die, Rabbeinu shel Olam, unser Gott, der König von der Welt, was hat uns geheiligt mit seiner Mitzvahs, unbefeuillen sich zu lernen die Rede von Torah. Umein, we learn in the name of those people. So what do? We learn. So, La asok b'divrei Torah, be our traditional Hebrew blessing. So, just to get a basic understanding of what we're talking about today, is the working definition of Yiddish that we've been using for the past couple months is just any way that Jews communicate to each other. There's, of course, the language Yiddish that we're all in love with. And then there's Yiddish as in the Jewish way that we talk to each other, to express things that are unique to Jewish life. So even if you're not speaking the Yiddish language, there's always a Jewish something, whether it's English, Spanish, Turkish. There's a Jewish way to talk of your local way. So something that I wanted us to enjoy today, and today, or not today, this month, so this month's class or this month's program is a little more interactive than previous ones if you've been here before. So this is a delightful nursery rhyme for us to enjoy. And there's a lot of reasons why I like this, and there's a lot of reasons why I think this is very deeply Jewish. And by Jewish, I mean Yiddish. So it's in Jewish letters on the right and transliteration on the left. So I invite, if anyone wants to read this first piece, read it, and then we can unpack what makes it interesting or special. And I think we'll get what this is referencing in the first line.
Yeah.
Who would like?
Do it yourself.
All right, so just unmute and let her rip if you want to read.
Oh, Scheffelech, Efscher hast du Wahl, Wost far Frage, dry Sorbes spoon.
Oh, a frog is a question.
Drei Torbis full. So, if you didn't know already, this is our version of Baba Black Sheep.
Yeah.
But here we have Baba Shefalech, little sheep, asking Efsher Hosti Vol, perhaps you have some wool, maybe you got some wool. The sort of traditional, to some degree, answering a question with a question, and even questioning the question. Was für a Frage, like what kind of question is that? And then it ends close to the essence of the rhyme, drei Torbis full, 3 bags full.
Oh.
So why I think this is kind of so interesting is that we have, well, Baba isn't really a word, it just sounds, but we have all the Germanic components. We have Scheffelech, we have Hostu, Vol, Frage, Drei, all the German flavored words that you'd expect to see in Yiddish. And then also we have Efsher. We have a Hebrew word from our Lashon Kodesh tradition, from our Hebrew component. And then we also have the word torbes, which anyone who's been to a Polish supermarket, this is a bag. So we have also now a Polish word completing the picture of our language here. So, Baba Black Sheep, you have any wool? What kind of question is that? 3 bags full. So it gets better, and by better, I mean it's more Jewish. Who would like this next stanza or next chunk?
It's
You can read it or you can sing it, whatever.
Shall I continue?
Please.
Okay. Eens vaart een ballenbos. Eens vaart zijn waai. Eens vaart hem jingelig. Toedeken. Oh, zijn lijf. Zudecken. Zijn.
Oh, I have a little typo there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sudecken.
Okay. Zudecken zijn lijf.
So what's happening here?
Shall I translate or what?
Translate, unpack, interpret. Give us your teich.
Okay. Eens vaart een ballenbos. Once for the boss. Eens voor zijn vibe. Once for his wife. Eens vaart hem jingelig. Once for the boy. Zudecken sein Leib, in order to cover his body.
Okay. Beautiful, very tight inside translation. What is Zudecken sein Leib? What is this in Jewish? What could this get to? It'd be nodding to.
To cover his body. Cover his Leib, I guess, is like skin or body.
Yeah, it's body, but it's not meaning clothing. It's not meaning pants or shirts. It's meaning talis katan, your talis and tzitzis that you're wearing.
Oh.
Which, in Yiddish, the object that you actually wear under your shirt, with that you attach your tzitzis to, is called a leib sedekel. Translated, body covering. But that sort of, it's not, I don't know if that's German, but that's not English. So what's sort of nice about Yiddish, something that we've sort of fun to think about, at least, is that obviously in Yiddish we have a Hebrew component, but there are lots of Hebrew words in Yiddish that have nothing to do with religion. Think about the words, the direction words, north, south, east, west, Mizra, Marev, Sifon, Doran. Those are all cromulent kosher Hebrew words that have nothing to do with religion. They're just directions. And then in that same idea, we have, words like Leib Sedekel, which are completely a religious item, but translated or interpreted using, kind of available German stock vocabulary to express something that only means something to us, to Jews. So this is something that I find kind of interesting about our language. So this ends. There's one more little chunk. Who would like to end it for us?
Efshe hast du wohl. Regnet kein Kasches. Nimm sich purposeful.
Shgoya. So it starts off the same as we saw, Baba black sheep, Baba little sheep, do you have any wool maybe? Then we get Freknit kein Kashas.
Yes,
which is don't ask any questions. And here we have specifically the use of the word kasha, which now gets us to our language count as 4 for kasha being an Aramaic word. And you may have it pass over your 4 kashas, your 4 kashas. Kasha is not only a question, but a difficulty, an issue. Questions so far?
I was taught that a fraga is a secular question and a kasha is a religious question.
Almost. That's the sort of, a fraga is like an all-purpose question. What's for dinner? You want to go get some hot dogs? Those are fragas. Kashas are like, why don't we ever go shop? Why don't we ever go dancing anymore? That's an example of a kasha. So not all frages are kashas. There's overlap. And then so a kasha is like something that's difficult. You're having difficulty understanding. Why do we eat dinner at 10:30 p.m.? We're not Spanish. That's a kasha. That's something I have trouble understanding. But saying, do you want to go get some pizza tomorrow? That's more or less a frage. But here we have German words, we have Hebrew words, we have Polish words, and we have Aramaic words. So
the word fraga, is that only used as a question? Is it ever used like as a story? Don't tell me a story.
For a story, we'd have the word maisa.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Okay.
That fragen and frages, to ask, fragen, and frages are questions.
Isn't kasha
So
something
here's
we eat?
kind of a chart of what I would just. Did someone else have another question?
Isn't kasha something we eat? Kasha and barnishkas?
You're predicting the future. Yes. Short answer, yes. So just a visual of kind of what we had. Frages are all purpose. Kashas are, why don't you ever take me dancing? And then at the top of the chart, the bottom of the thing here, we have shilas. Any Hebrew speakers here? Shilas? Sha'alot?
No.
So shilas are in Yiddish. In Yiddish, shilas are specific religious questions of either a moral or legal dispute.
We do those on Thursdays when I go to that meeting.
So a shaila is a question that you deliberately sort of take to your trusted
and then there's
authority.
A response.
Is it right to start a business? Is the chicken kosher? If I wash before I eat, but then forget, do I? So those are examples of shaila.
Yiddish?
What?
She didn't speak Yiddish at all?
None at all.
No.
Nothing.
No, my Bobby spoke Yiddish.
And today in
never saw much.
Israel, in Hebrew, just shilas are all questions. Just any type of question is shilas. They don't make the distinction in Israeli. And finally, to your point, whoever said it, that it's just a fun homonym that we have. On the right-hand side, we have kasha, that you eat, porridge, or kasha varnichkas, however you like to do it. And then on the left, you see kasha, and maybe the spelling looks quite different. It's just a fun homonym.
Okay.
You know, you're a potato, you can't like own a potato. That's a kasha. But you see her just eating
Why can't
regular.
you own a potato? Can't own it.
So, kashas, something that else that might be fun for us to do as a team. So everything that I have sort of in mind is collaborative. But one last thing about the kasha is there's the klutz kasha. Forgot about the klutz kasha.
Klutz.
What's a klutz? So a klutz kasha, we know by itself, klutz, like an English word, is clumsy.
A klutz. Clumsy.
Klutz, out of the dictionary, hyperliterally means block or wooden block. So a klutz kasha, I like to call it a trick question, a bad faith question. You know, what about this? What about that? Those are all, you know, klutz kashas.
I don't think I know what klutz kasha. Oh, the sun is down. Good.
So a klutz kasha would be at the end of all of this. Someone says, you know, Avi, why aren't you learning Hebrew?
No.
That would be, you know, the ultimate klutz kasha for that one. Just a derailing kind of question. So something collaborative that I think all of us we can do. Something that I certainly didn't invent, but I think we can put a Yiddish spin on this activity. The sentence game.
Get a bunch of salads and put it in a bowl.
So this is something where everyone's Yiddish will come in handy. But the idea is that there's four Yiddish words available. And your invitation is to make a Yiddish sentence that uses 3 out of the 4 of these words. So the sentence doesn't need to be amazing or brilliant. It just needs to be in Yiddish. And it says bonus points for absurdity if that's where you want to go. So would anyone like to try making a sentence using 3 out of these 4 words here? Dictionary, Torah, wine, and sleeping.
This will be big enough.
3 is too many, but I'll try 1.
Go for it.
Ich habe ein Wörterbuch. Schreiber is Weinrich.
Oh.
Ganze Buch.
Do you want to try one with 2? This
Lehen die Wörterbuch. Ich gehe verschlafen.
All right. All right. Let's try it with what's a kavestub? First of all, what's a kavestub?
Oh, no, is it a bush?
A cafe.
Yeah, a coffee house
Oh.
where we spent the 90s in a coffee house.
I think the big bowl, you don't think the big bowl? No, I don't.
Can whoever's cooking dinner mute themselves?
Are we gonna buy plastic fork? No.
I don't know who it is.
We'll have to run the ship.
It says Wilma.
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 Whoever says Wilma, I think it's coming from there.
Oh, you know what I can do? I can mute people.
Good. Okay.
Wow. What a power. Okay. Who would like to try Kavestub, Yerushalayim, fish, and guitar? Guitar.
Okay, at the risk of embarrassment.
Please.
Ich gehe on Kavestub, aber nicht Yerushalayim, and essen fish.
Shkoya.
And
Shkoya.
feel a bissel guitar.
Was nicht. All right.
I just
No.
want to say that I am on now day 1,378 of Duolingo Yiddish.
Oh,
I never get to talk to anybody. 1,397 days. I haven't missed a day. God forbid I should lose my streak. In memory of my parents.
Wow.
But I don't ever get to. I don't get to talk to anybody. So this is very fun.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad you're here. Do you want to try another one? At the risk of further embarrassment?
Okay. Ich Chabliv Lokshen. Over no, that I can't. And meine Kinder. I want to say my grandchildren have a shine. Isn't that Scheinkeit cute or beautiful or something?
A beauty.
Yeah. So
mein
Enkel.
Yeah.
Ich habe mir nachher nicht kein Zuras Scheinkeits.
Anyone else want to try this one? This one has garlic and noodles.
Ich hab Zuras, bin ich nicht in Kindscheinkeit, ich hab gegessen Loxen mit Knoblauch, nicht Loxen mit Mandeln.
Ah, Shkoya. 4 for 4. All right, let's try books, prayer, sausage, bread. Who would like this one? Come off mute and let her rip.
Mein Tfile, ich habe gebeten für Wurst und Brot.
Skaya, your prayer should be answered. Anyone else want this one? All right, let's do another hopefully enjoyable. All right, the name of this game, if everyone's willing to play along, is called Zogt Epis. Or, as I say in English, say something. Say anything. Say something. Zogt Epis. So how this will work, there'll be a theme for every turn. And you have to say something about that topic, but the catch is there's a certain word you have to use. So if the idea is cooking, you have to say the word onion in whatever it is you say. And if you have nothing to say, which is fine, then you can say, Ich hab gar nicht was zu sagen. I got nothing to say about that. So the first one we'll see, whoever would like to try. The idea is say something about bread. Anything that you want in the world about bread, Breut, but you have to have the word salzig somewhere in your response. Salty.
Es bright und mit Salz und sagen die Emes. Eat bread and salt and say the truth.
Skoya. That's pretty deep.
Ichobli,
All right.
Ichobli bright, nine zaltik, 9 zaltik.
Skoya.
The
Who else would like to try?
The brood is so salzig.
Ugh. A taina. What a complaint.
Ich darf essen das Sachbräut, wenn der Fleisch ist zu salzig.
Ha. All right, let's try it with say something about trees, Beimer, but somewhere in your answer has to have the word blumen for flowers. And if you don't want to say it, you can just put it in the chat.
In Winter in Chicago haben die Bäume nicht kein Blumen.
Take emes. Zum Bedeurens, unfortunately.
Avi, somebody is asking for the translation. If I understood that correctly,
Can you translate the sentence?
the translation was in Chicago in the winter, there are trees, but not flowers. Is that true? Yeah. Okay.
The trees don't have flowers. There's no trees on them.
Aber if sie kommen zu mir, their Bimmer hat lemon. Oh. I'm in California.
Oh, wo wohnt ihr?
I think I said, if you come here by me, our trees, we do it, and we do have flowers.
Yeah, Kim bei mir.
Kim bei mir, yeah.
Come zu mir.
And
ihr wohnt in California, no?
What?
Ihr wohnt in California?
Yeah, ich wohnt, how do you say now?
It's
yes, in California. Ich komme from Chicago.
Ah. So maybe you have an opinion here. Say something about the weather that are Wetter, but since you're in California, you have to say the word Sonnenbrillen.
Yeah.
Sunglasses.
Okay. In California, the Wetter, wenn mir spielt Pickleball, ich wear Sonnenbrillen.
Das ist wichtig. Das ist wichtig.
Pickleball can be dangerous. Lady who didn't understand, I think I said, in California, when I play pickleball, when it's nice weather, I have to wear sunglasses. I think that's what I said.
Skoya. Let's try one or two more. Someone has something to say about Wednesday. Does anyone have something to say about Wednesday, but you have to say oatmeal, Hobergrits? There's got to be some strong opinions here about Hobergrits.
In Mittwoch ich ess Hobergrits.
All right. Nur Mittwoch. Only Wednesday. Wednesday I eat oatmeal. And last one of this ridiculous game. Someone say something about the moon, de Lavona, everyone's favorite, but you have to say the word in draußen, outside.
In draußen scheint a schönem Levana.
Shkoya. The moon is shining outside.
What's the difference between in Droysen and in Drinnen?
Sorry?
What is the difference between in Droysen and in Drinnen?
I've never heard in Drinnen. In Drinnen? Oh, Drinnen.
Yeah,
It's
the
a
middle of things.
synonym with indoors. Drinnen is inside. I know the word innovanik to mean indoors. I've never heard drinnen before. That's interesting.
Wir können sagen, inmitten drinnen ist etwas hat passiert. Inmitten drinnen, in the middle of things.
Ah, like mitamol.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mittendrinnen is what? What's mittendrinnen?
In the middle of things.
Yeah, inmitten drinnen.
Interesting.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
They're talking like way out in the middle of nowhere.
Ja, sie haben das gesagt. Inmitten drinnen, in the middle of things.
This is the words I know. Inside. And what's funny about the word indreusen, if you like do this, if you pull it apart, you'll get in der ois, in the out. And then somehow it all got smushed together to mean, you know, one word, in Droysen. All right, last one. Last one in this. Say something about sleeping, but you have to say the word froschen for frogs. And froschen schloffen is a complete sentence if you just need to go direct. The frogs are sleeping. But anyone have something to say about sleeping with the word frogs? All right, that's fine if not. So let's try another game that will use our collective Yiddish. And this game is called Wrong Answers Only. So in this game, your answers must be in whatever way, in some way, factually incorrect. And your answer should be in Yiddish.
We hebben 8 Tage in een Woche.
8 Tage, all right. Sehr gut. Noch eine Frage. Wie viele Chodoshim seien du in einem Jahr?
Dreizehn. Sicher, 13 Chodoshim in a Jahr.
Ja. 12. 12 Chodoshim.
Dus 3 Chodoshim. 3 Chodoshim in a year. All right, let's ask each other. Wie viel bagels seien du in a Tutz?
Ja.
20 bagel? 30 bagel?
12.
11. 11 bagel.
12.
Good thing we're not learning anything from this game. Very good. This is Akasha. Was is Yom Kippur?
Yom Kippur is a freiliche simcha.
Ooh,
Ehrliche.
Or Yom Tov? Is it?
Yeah.
Yom Kippur is a Freiliche Yom Tov. Did I?
Ja, a freilichen Tag. A freilichen Tag ist Yom Kippur. Me esst, me spielt.
Nicht.
Me lacht. All right. Was esst man auf Pesach? The leftovers from Yom Kippur.
Yeah. Man asked Bright mit Sibylla.
Me esst challah.
Es bagel and lox.
Take. A Pesach dicke challah. Yes. All right. What else can we not learn from here? Was tut man auf Shabbos?
Then Taz?
Albert.
Arbet.
Arbet.
Was noch?
Tanz.
Tanzen? Yes. Gehen kaufen, we go shopping. Ausgeben Geld, spending money. Sorgen sich, worrying. Foreign. Travel Fran is here. No, wait, no. What else do we do on Shabbos?
Wir singen Lieder von Mitternacht. Mitternacht?
Yo,
Mitternacht.
definitely. Definitely do. Hevre, Venice Purim. Ven is Purim.
Heint is pouring Morgan a Royce, give me a grosh and try me a Royce.
All
You
right.
translate. You're the
Yeah,
teacher.
could you explain that to the rest of us?
All right. Say it's go word for word. We'll do line by line. Heint is Purim.
Or you'll say it. Okay, you say it.
Let's see, I remember it. Heint is Purim. Today's Purim. Morgen is Ois. Tomorrow it's over. Give me a grosh. Give me a little bit of money. What is it? Wart mir Ois.
And try me a Royce. And send me away. And send me away.
Get rid of me.
But Americans say penny and gives you a penny. And
Yeah.
try me a Royce.
A lot cheaper over here. Yeah.
Heint is Purim, Brider, es ist der Jontef Kreuz. Lommer singen Lieder und gehen von Eus zu Eus.
Wow. Thank you. And yeah, Purim is Heint. Now is Purim. All right, last one, I think. How many states are there in the United States? Wie viele Staaten seien du in die Vereinigten Staaten?
Mit
It's Canada.
Is 51.
51. Oh. Noch ein Mitzer hat eine falsche Entfernung. Last time I played this, someone just said Sufil. Okay, I get it. 50 is too many. All right, a few more. A couple more of these. It's good to not learn too much here. In welcher Länder reden sie Deutsch?
In Dreher reden sie Deutsch.
Wo?
In Dreher.
Okay.
Haben sie in Dreher.
Okay.
In Eretz Israel, they sprechen nicht. Oh, you want him to speak German. In Eretz Israel, men sprechen Deutsch.
Reden Deutsch. Ja.
Reden.
Und in Mexico reden sie Deutsch. Und Brazil reden sie Deutsch.
Nein.
Nein? Okay, good. This is wrong answer. The wrong answers only. All right. Someone give me a wrong answer. Was is Hanukkah?
Hanukkah is when Santa Claus come.
Oof.
Hanukkah is nittel for the Yiddish mention.
Ah. Gott zu danken. Thank God. I was really feeling left out in that. Glad we have Hanukkah now. All right, so something that's kind of just fun to think about if you ever want to just have a daydream about our alphabet, that if you think about it, or if you sing the song, the letter mem is in the middle of our aleph base. Halfway between aleph and sof, we have mem. So I really do love the supporting role of mem in the middle, and I just wanted to highlight it's in the middle of gimel. Mem itself is just nothing but mems. It's just pure mem. The letter lamed has a mem in the middle. The letter samech has a mem in the middle, supporting role. And the word for true or truth has a mem in the middle with the first letter and last letter of our aleph base. So I just think mem is kind of a cool letter. It gets a lot of reputation for having to do with water in our tradition, because how we say water in Hebrew is mayim. So I have for us what I think is one of the nicest poems I've ever read, and I've got it broken up into 3 or 4 chunks for us to enjoy. So you have it here in our letters, and then here transliterated. So if anyone would like to give a read to this poem called Oisius. And this poem is all about the letters of our alphabet. Anyone feeling in the mood to read?
Oisius Reine Oisius Stille von mit Bänkschaft via Twille Aleph Beis Gimel Dalet Hey Trink das Licht arois von See lern sich fleißig Kind meine lern was in Herz die Licht wären.
Shkaya. Any interesting words here that leap out to anyone or anyone is drawn to in particular? I mean, the next slide will have a translation. I just wanted to ask if there's any particular words that are drawing your attention. Or English translation, not quite as pretty, but pure letters, quiet letters, full of yearning like a prayer. Aleph Beis Gimel Dalet Hey, drink the light out of them. Learn them diligently, my child. Learn, and you become bright in your heart. Questions so far? this poem makes a lot of very bold claims about the powers of these letters. So learn them, and you will become bright, a lightness in your hearts. So, who would like the next chunk?
Was meint fleißig?
Fleißig, diligently. We have the next jeder os, each letter. Would anyone like this? Or to continue reading? Whoever did the first? So I'll read it then. Jeder os is full mit Wunder, bringt Gesang und Fried zu Kinder. Jeder os wird dich derheben zu reinem, tiefen Gläuben, voll mit Chochma und mit Wissen, von dem Leben zu genießen. Ooh, I had a little typo down here. So each letter is full of wonder, is full mit Wunder, bringt Gesang und Freude zu Kinder, bringing song and joy, or happiness, to children. Each letter will elevate you, will lift you up to a pure and deep belief, full of wisdom and knowledge to better your life, to benefit your life. Bold claims for these letters? Questions so far on anything? Each letter. So the poem ends itself with Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, Hey. Trink das Licht, mein Kind von See. West von Lernen, reicher werden, besser werden, schöner werden. Wie die Sonne geht auf in Strahlen, wird mit Hochma von dir qualen. So a nice rhyming scheme for us. So Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, Hey. Drink the light, my child, from them, meaning the letters. So here's the pitch. You will become richer, better. You will become more beautiful from learning these letters. Like the sun gleams and beams, you will be a fount of wisdom. And this is from Yud Hey Radoshinsky. So, reactions, questions?
Das ist eine Sache besser wie in die Oisios legen Trernen. Das ist besser wie das.
Oh, from Often Pripperchick.
Yeah.
Yeah. They make a point, but this also makes a nice point. So I just love this. And when they say reicher werden, it doesn't mean you're gonna win the lottery, but richer in Torah and mitzvot and learning and being that type of person. But you'll be better, you'll be prettier, or you'll be more beautiful. So quite the nice poem. And I just love the word itself, oisias. for the word letters. Oisius. Oh. Questions, complaints? Oh, so for my last exercise, forgot I need this book. So I invite, if anyone wants a random fortune or a random Yiddish proverb selected at random from this book, 1001 Yiddish Proverbs, I invite you, pick a number between 1 and 1001, and I will give you your fortune or your proverb for the day.
Number 323.
Ah, lucky 323. All right. Do you want it in English or Yiddish first?
Start with Yiddish. I want to see if I can understand it.
All right, 323. And no guarantees. This may be boring or grim or... Okay. Besser a Leut Mazel either a Pfund Gold.
Better a lot of luck than a pot of gold?
Not bad. An ounce of luck is worth more than a pound of gold.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Not
In the
bad.
way, you know, yes, that was a good one for me.
Yeah. Anyone else want one?
19.
19. She said.
19.
19?
19, yeah.
All right. Good old 19. And do you want it in Yiddish or English first?
Yiddish first.
All right. Yiddish. A fremde Zora is kein Sibylle nicht wert. A fremde Zora is kein Sibylle nicht wert.
You better translate it for me.
All right. Well, they translate it. The troubles of a stranger aren't worth an onion. A fremde Zora, a foreign trouble.
Trouble, right.
Is kein Sibylle, is no onion nicht wert, not worth. So it ain't worth squat. Interesting. Anyone else want one?
What's the name of that book, Avi?
1001 Yiddish Proverbs.
Zibitzik.
Zibitzik?
Yeah.
All right. Zibitzik. Lucky Zibitzik. All right. A malacha is a malucha, aber menke hat nicht kein Minut menuche.
Rest.
Work. What was it again? Malachi is what?
Is a malucha.
All right. So work is a like malucha is a royalty.
Yeah, like a kingdom.
Kingdom, yeah.
So yeah, work. This says a trade makes you a king,
but you don't have rest.
Yeah.
How can we get that book?
I don't know.
One Yiddish Pride. Okay.
Very creative title they have here. All right, let's do one last lucky proverb. So
29. 29.
All right, lucky 29. And it says, all right, a gute Tochter is a gute Schnur. Okay. A gute Tochter is a gute Schnur. So I don't know if we've done...
I know. A good daughter is a good daughter-in-law?
Yeah. A good daughter makes a good daughter-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I know my mother-in-law used to use that word. I can't say it. But
I mean, I just thought I always know the word schnur is.
Yeah, doesn't fit. Yeah.
But also, I remembered that family words, like words for like kinship, are like some of the oldest words in languages. The words you have for your immediate family, those are just generally very old words. Because having a family is a pretty old concept. So, all right. Interesting stuff. So to give our learning a place to land here, and as we have a 3-language minimum in traditional Ashkenaz, we have Yiddish, we have Hebrew, and we have Aramaic. So here is our line from Kaddish that we like to just bookend our learning by saying Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Ulmei Almaya. Let the great name be blessed forever throughout eternity. Umain, Umain. Thank you all for coming to I Want You Should. What a pleasure. A machaya.
Schönen Dank.
And if you like, we are now schnurring in the verb of sense of the word. We are schnurring. If anyone has $5 or $10 to make a nadova, you can do that. So here online to keep these programs open and free. But we are glad you are here participating or listening or driving down the expressway, whatever you are doing. So with God's help, we will be meeting in a month from now, March 23rd. It's a Sunday, same time, same stuff, just new Yiddish. And then we'll be doing this in April on the 20th, which is also a Sunday. And from then, we will see what the rest of the year holds for us, but it should be relatively the same time going forward.
Thank you.
Anyone have any requests or complaints or parting jokes? I'm sure we'll come up with something right when the Zoom ends. Oh, I should have asked about.
Wait, no, could I can you hear me?
Yeah.
Bitte, yo, what's up?
Someone says something from the audience in Yiddish. Could you translate it for us? For those of us who understand very little Yiddish?
I can do better. I can try to always offer English as we have Yiddish. So we have both. So no one's left out.
Okay, thank you.
For sure. I appreciate it. All right, Hevre, I hope everyone has a good week. Kol Yisrael. Gott soll uns abhitten. God should protect us all. And with God's help, I will see you all in a month from now. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Great. And how do I end this? I've been on Zoom all day.